Hey people, it's Kelly of Print Pray Slay, and I am going to show you guys how I put together my faith journal for this year. I have not had a faith journal, like all my journals in one spot, in a couple of years. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you my first faith journal and the one that's like all over my YouTube channel so that you can see how things used to be, how they're changing, and where we are right now. Okay, so if you have ever seen this faith journal, this is my very first one, and I have so much in here. It is scripture writing plans, it's prayers, topic study, notes, Bible study, all of that is in there. And then some parts that used to be in here could no longer fit in here because, of course, he chunky. So I am going to show you the new 2024 version of this faith journal in my new setup, which is here. All right, so I have these on the side because I wanted to show you where everything came from and how now this is their new home. So I have this cover. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the front part of the cover, but I do like the inside. You know, I like the inside of my covers. But just like the planner that you just saw, well, let me call it, it's a planner, but I use it as a journal. The journal that you just saw, I flipped the covers inside out. I'm not going to do that with this one because I plan on getting a Mama Boo clay cover for this journal as well. So as you can see, I did share before that my patrons decided on the black pearl disc. Hopefully they are pearling. You can see all the different colors in them. They're like black, purple, gold, green, blue. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on in there. All right, so this is my pin loop. I have this on this journal. I have it on my planner. And I have it on something else. I think it's on my pocket Bible. Yeah, I think it's on my pocket Bible. All right, so let's get into it. So, my Bible experience. So, you know, I have the videos of how I cut everything off, well, cut the spine off, took the staples, and now it's in here along with the dot journal. I also have, not my wild thoughts. My wild thoughts are going to stay right here. However, I did grab some paper from the dot journal because you know the dot journal wasn't this, you know, this ain't 100 pages. The dot journal comes in 100 pages. So I took some pages from the dot journal and put it in here. This is where I use, as you can see, this is very thin too, but this journal is where I used to have my Psalm Sister kits, my Attributes of God kits, and my Define Her kits. So those are now all in here because I plan on doing more of those. And then this, I know you can't tell the front of it because this is the middle because I didn't put the whole journal in there. I just put a portion of it in there. This is my 26 Sermon Notes Challenge journal. So I took the first half because this is when you get to the second half. It's 26. So I have 13 in here and 13 left. So I have that journal and then I have some more dot grid left over. So let's get into this flip. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have everything where we're like together. Like now when I walk around the house, I just carry this in my planner. Like I'm good. All right. So the My Bible experience is first, and I did go along and put these tabs on here, as you can see. So let me tell you what I did. So I ordered these. These are Avery Tabs. They're actually paper on the side right here, so you can write on them. They're double-sided here and here, and then they're sticky on one side like the average tabs. What I did was I took washi tape and I just taped it on the side and then flipped it over and taped it on the other side. And then of course I cut the excess off. I was planning on putting like words here, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like it is. One, because it's very, like that's not a lot of space. As you can see, I put it on the back side because I noticed that when I went to grab tabs, I grabbed them like this to turn to wherever I gotta go. I wasn't the one to put my finger between it to go to that page. So I tend to be somebody that just grabs a tab. And if this tab was on the front of the journal, because it's a sticky note, it would just come up. So that's how I use my tabs. I put them on the back of the sheet that I want to turn to. Okay, so this really doesn't need a tab, but I just wanted one to be there just in case I do decide to put something in the front of this. I really like this being in the front though, but I did want to tell you these. So I'll link these below. Again, they're Avery. I got them from Amazon. They come in a pack of 4 like this. So I forgot the quantity, but I thought they were worth the price. And let's see, something else I'm using are these. So let me leave these in frame so I can remember. And then I have my these are my, what are these called? Paper clips. These are my paper clips. And I want to mention that the pen that I use that I really like for the paper that comes in a Amazon journal, because these are printed by Amazon, is the S Gel Sharpie pen. So that's what I'm using. It's really, really smooth. It's very pigmented, but it doesn't bleed through. So that is like A+. All right, so we flip through here. Remember that these are glued together. And this is my intro page to my Bless This Mess journal. I mean, I said Bless This Mess journal. Why did I look like that? To my Bible study experience journal. So I put my name here. I was thinking I was going to do a sticker, or if I was going to print it out and and put it on clear sticker paper and then put it on here. I haven't decided yet. For all the other journals, I believe I just wrote my name, but I think I want to do something special for this one. And then my start date, which was today. I wrote my first entry today in Deuteronomy 24. And then completion date, who knows? So that is this first half. Then I have my acknowledgement of God. I have that in all of my journals. And then this is me writing to you about like what the journal was all about and how excited I am about this journey. This explain what's going on, like what is the purpose of this journal. And basically it's a chapter study Bible, which allow a Bible journal. So I write all my chapter notes in here. So it is broken up into the different books. So the first volume has the first 5 books of the Bible, and then each book has all of its chapters in different sections, so I can write my notes chapter by chapter. All right, so it's a chapter Bible study journal. So I'm telling you how to go about using the journal here. Then I lay out all the different volumes that I have. So that's 1 through 8 in order for us to get from Genesis to Revelation. So more journals to come. So I'm gonna be working on volume 2 really soon. So volume 1 is law, volume 2 will be history. So that'll be Joshua all the way through Esther. And so I have my washi tape here. All I did to put the washi tape on here is the same thing I did for my other journals and my prayer Bible, in which I just had a piece of washi, like really, really thin piece of washi, like maybe a little bit thicker than this. Put it on one half and fold it over to the other half. So that's it. Nothing really, really miraculous about it, but I like the way it looks. So that's what I use as my tabs. Then I have my tracker for all of the books: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. I've already read through all of these books. However, I haven't put my notes in here. So instead of coloring all of these in as satisfying as that would be, I'm going to wait to color them as I actually write my notes down. Next, I have an insert from the Bible Project. I really, really like that channel and how it really lays out the different books. They make it really, really easy for someone to understand it. And so I wanted to add a copy of the layout of each book in the beginning. So I have Genesis there. This is the beginning of Genesis. This, of course, is not the whole entire chapter or anything. And then the title that I gave it was Creation, because that is what popped out to me about Genesis. So this starts the book of Genesis for the chapter notes. So here we just have like a dashboard page with a key scripture. I have a section for dates, author, themes, key verses, and summary. So I can enter that. I really feel like summary, themes, and key verses you can get from your study Bible. I mean, same thing with dates and author. You can get everything from your study Bible for this. But summary, you may want to wait until after you've read the whole entire book. But there usually is a summary in the in your study Bible. So this is what I mean by it going, chapter by chapter. So 1, 2, all the way through 8 for this first section. So all my notes for chapter 1 will go here. All right, so for some chapters, I feel like I'm definitely going to have more notes than will fit in this box. When that happens, then that's when I might use a sticky note. I might do a tip in or something like that. You see my hand doing a tip in? All the tip in moves. So I might have a tip in, or I mean, it is a disc journal, so I can punch something in and do an actual tip in here to add extra notes if I would like to. So that is the beauty of it. Again, these little flags come from here. I mentioned these when I was showing you all my prayer Bible. So this really is to show where I am in this journal. 9 through 12, this looks like a blank page for you all, but everything is dot grid. I don't write straight, so everything will be dot grid. The reason why it's not line is because dot grid gives me more flexibility with how I design. Like if I wanted to go straight down, I could, but if I had lines, I would feel weird about it. So dot grid allows me to write in a flow that I feel comfortable with. They're really faint dot grid lines. That's why, I mean, dot grids. That's why you really can't see them, but there you go. And then I have really light pastel watercolor splotches on here. So you get the same amount of space because this is 4 scriptures and this is 4 scriptures. It's just that now you don't have the confinements of the boxes. So I teeter between those 2 different kind of spreads for the journal. And this book goes all the way to chapter 50. And then it starts the character study notes. So anything about the characters that are within the book of Genesis will go here. Prayers, thinking about questions and definitions. I usually have a lot of those. And then scripture writing. So if I want to write specific scriptures here, my patrons and I went back and forth on whether it should be squared or if it should be a rectangle space. Of course we couldn't decide, so we got some square, some rectangle. And then if you wanted to, you can color in the word scripture. This is dotted so that you can have that space to add anything extra in there if you wanted to about Genesis before you move on to Exodus. So say here is where I probably would add another dot grid page if I wanted to write about maybe a sermon that has something to do with Genesis or anything like that. So it continues on with Exodus. So I'm going to flip through Exodus and not really explain a lot about it since it's the same makeup. It does look different because it's a different book, so different amount of chapters. Some of the watercolor is placed in different places. It is the same type of watercolor but on different pages. Okay, because it has less books. I believe Exodus has only 40 books. Leviticus is here. Again, another washi, so I can know how to just flip right to it. So that's Leviticus. Here's Numbers. And here we land in Deuteronomy. And then where I am in Deuteronomy with my notes is 24. So I was right here, but since I already wrote 24, I guess I'm honestly on 25. So I'm just going to stick my little page flag. Well, I want to call it a tag. Page tag right there. And then I'm pretty much done. And that ends that book, like the whole book. So that's that journal. Again, there's 5 books in there. And I believe it's 198 pages in this journal. So this is my newest journal. And then we have my Bible study notes dot journal. So I have really my prayer journal is in here, and my scripture writing plan is in here. So that's what's in here. So I have this clip here. The reason why this is here is because Miko got into my washi tape and really bit a whole bunch of it off. So I had to unravel it in order to get to the good, like the part that he didn't bite a hole in. And I was like, I don't want to waste the washi tape. So I just put it here. I used this somewhere else in the journal, but that's why this page looks like this. I love you everywhere. I just love you. All right. This is a habit tracker that I think I posted this in the shop the year before last, so 2022. I have a video of how I set all of this up. Hopefully you have seen it. If I post it before or after this video. And then I just have a little blurb here about it's a really cute small prayer to God. I've been doing good. Today is the 20th. So, well, it's, 1 o'clock in the morning on the 20th. So I haven't done anything, but I'm liking the way I'm tracking everything. This is my first spread in my prayer journal portion of this journal. And I mean, I really like this kit. I like the soft colors. I like how cozy the girls are because I rock sweatpants maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm really loving the cozy look. All right, so this is where we stop for right now. So I have it right here. So I have to go and print some more printables so I can continue on with my prayer journal. This was another portion of the habit tracker. It doesn't look like this in the shop. I colored these in, but these are all white, kind of like a sun. So I put January list of gratitude 2024. So I plan on printing this once a month. I have some that go to 29, 28, 30, and this one goes to 31 since there's 31 days in January. And I just wrote out the things that I'm grateful for: life, health, family, faithfulness to God, challenges that help me, empathy for others, talking about my children here, the snow, since it is snowing a lot lately. And then I have blank pages, which I can add to, of course, as my prayer journal continues. All right, then I have this tab here so that, if I know that I'm going to go to scripture writing, I'm just going to go to this tab here. All right, and this is where scripture writing starts. So I have to do something with this front page that has something to do with scripture writing. I'll probably make something, of course. So this is January spread. I'm finished with January. I really enjoyed January. It's talking about the commandments. I have a few process videos about how I set this up and what I was doing so far. Afterwards comes February. Of course, I'm going to set up February with you guys on YouTube. And so I already have some pages in there for that. And then I can get into my unfinished journal pages from previous years. So this is the Define Her kits. I have all those under blue. And then these are the Psalm Sister kits. I have all those under orange. And I think I have one more of those kits to print out. And then under purple, I have the Attributes of God. And I definitely need to finish these because there's another kit of this also. And then I plan on coming out with other kits to go in these 3 sections. So Define Her, Psalm Sisters, Attributes of God. This is Happy Planner paper. Since I already started using these kits with Happy Planner paper, I'm going to finish with Happy Planner paper and then put them in one of my Happy Planner journals. So they can be complete, because obviously my journals are the same like length as Happy Planners, but mine is a larger width. And then my sermon notes journal. So that's that. I did clip some stuff together, but it's okay. So we have my first entry, my second entry, and you most recently saw my third entry. And again, I have all the entries in here up into, I believe, 13. Yeah, 13 is where we stop because that's half of the book, half of the 26. And then I get into that page right before it goes to this. So eventually this will be replaced with the other half. And when that's done, hopefully I have a new scripture writing journal that will come out with different colors and stuff. Or I will reprint it, like just print it over again. So that is how everything is turning out. I really, really hope you guys like the flip. If you have any questions about anything that I'm doing in any of my journals, you can just let me know. Again, that's my Bible experience, which has the 5 books. If you want to know how I'm using my tabs, just let me know. Then I go into my prayers. Then I go into my scripture writing. And then I go into my kits. And then I go into my sermons. Well, not my sermon, my sermon notes. All right. So I'm really excited about it. I really am. I take this little journal all around my house. I really don't take it out the house, but I take it everywhere in the house. And it's really, really it's been much easier than carrying this around. And this is what I used to carry around. I used to carry all those journals around. And I also had a different prayer journal. And then I had my summer prayer journal. So, I'm so happy about this. Now I just need to get a new cover. So I'm excited. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you are looking for anything that was featured in here. If it was one of the kits, I don't believe I'm going to link the kits. But if you want to know of any other specific kits that you've seen in here, just shoot me a message or comment below and I'll let you know. But I will link the journals. I'll link the different journals. I'll link the tabs because I've never featured those tabs on here. If you look at it from this side, then you can see where my other little features are, like my washi tape and my paper clips. I have like 3 of them in there. So we'll see. We'll see how it gets chunky. I'm excited. I hope I don't move out of these discs. I was thinking that, like, do I need expander discs? But I'm thinking I don't, because all of these journals really have another home. So when I'm finished with a portion of it, then I'll move it. Like eventually, when I finish this journal and it's no longer, I'm no longer in these 5 books, I'm going to move into these books. So I'm hoping I can just keep this thing going. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Just let me know if you have any questions. All right. Bye, people.